My name is Ekpenyong, Senator representing the great people of Cross River South. The motion before us is the urgent need to address the increased cost of data services in Nigeria. The Senate notes that telecommunication providers in Nigeria have recently increased the cost of data services by as much as 200%, a move that has placed significant financial strain on millions of Nigerians, especially young people who rely on the internet for their livelihood. The Senate further notes that young Nigerians have embraced the digital economy, leveraging the internet for various income-generating activities, including freelancing and remote work, direct marketing and social media management, e-commerce, online trading, software development, web design, mobile app creation, content creation on various platforms, online education, etc. The Senate is concerned that fiber optic internet services remain unaffordable for the average young Nigerians, leaving them heavily dependent on mobile telecommunications companies for internet access, and that the sudden and substantial increase in data costs threatens their economic survival and limits access to critical digital services. The Senate is further concerned that the reasons provided by telecom providers for the data price hike include high operational costs, unfavorable exchange rates, are untenable, and appears that instead of addressing the root causes of the high cost of doing business in Nigeria, the burden is being unfairly transferred to end users. The Senate is aware that the high cost of doing business in Nigeria is driven by multiple challenges, such as increased operational risk and insurance costs. The Senate believes that urgent government intervention is required to ensure that affordable internet access remains available to all Nigerians, particularly the young Nigerians who are the backbone of Nigeria's digital economy. Distinguished colleagues, we are at the fourth industrial revolution, the Internet of Things. A fast, reliable, and affordable internet is a precursor for Nigeria's effective participation in this industrial revolution. The Senate accordingly resolves to urge the federal government to engage with telecommunications providers to review the recent increase in data costs and ensure the pricing remains fair and affordable for all Nigerians. Call on the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy to develop a policy framework for affordable internet access in Nigeria. C. Encourage the federal government to establish and support technology and innovation hubs across the country, providing free and/or subsidized internet access to young entrepreneurs, students, and innovators. D. Mandate the Senate Committee on Communications to conduct an investigation into the factors driving the high cost of data and provide solutions for a sustainable and business-friendly telecommunications sector. E. Call for immediate government action to address the challenges of doing business in Nigeria, particularly in the ICT and telecommunications sector, to prevent further cost increase that negatively impact the economic growth of our dear country. I so move. Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues.
Your party to second the motion. Senator Titus Zav.
Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I am Senator Titus Zav. I represent Benue Northwest. Your Excellency, I rise to support the motion moved by my distinguished colleague and partner, Senator Asuki. I so support. Thank you.
Senator Victor, man.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Victor Ome. I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to contribute to this very important motion from Senator Ekpenyong on the increase on the cost of data charged by communication companies operating in Nigeria. Mr. President, it's not just data. Everything, tariffs have all gone up. In the communication sector, if you buy airtime, buy data, within minutes, you'll be out of data. And we've continued to live under this condition where the citizens have no other way of seeking redress. Even DSTV, they've changed their costs or prices, tariff 3 times in a short while. The same thing with electricity. You buy time for energy, within minutes, you're out of points. So, and people use these things together, simultaneously. When you are suffering on the cost of telecommunication services, you are suffering on the high cost of electricity, you are suffering on the high cost of digital television services. The costs are quite high on Nigerians. And I believe that even the Protection Consumer Commission is not helping out in this matter. So we are, everybody, not only young people who make use of internet that are suffering. Everybody, because there's nobody who doesn't use internet. Even here in the chamber, we all use internet services. So something has to be done to regulate this absurd increase in tariffs. The citizens are suffering so much in this regard, and we cannot turn blind eye to this. Even though some of them are monopolies in their services, Nigeria cannot afford this high increase in tariffs. Oh, okay. You want to increase time? You're not extending. Okay, so thank you, Mr. President. This motion is very timely, and I believe that something must be done to check the incessant increase in the cost of these services in Nigeria, so that the people will be able to breathe. We're all bearing the costs together. Thank you, Mr. President.
This is Senator Sadiq.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I am Sadiq Sulaiman Umar. I represent the good and decent people of Kwara North. Mr. President, I rise to join the debate in supporting this motion on the urgent need to address the increased cost of data services in Nigeria. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, much as the high cost of data affects everyone in this country, including my humble self, but I'm particularly interested in this because of the manner it affects the young men who are in larger population in this country, who are the most productive sector. They rely on data to acquire resources that we are not able to provide for them. We can't give them jobs. And they use their creativity to ensure that they get productive via various, activities that the mover of the motion have listed. Mr. President, I think that it's very important we ensure that these service providers make life easy for these young men to reduce the social crisis that we are struggling to control. Thank you very much.
Particularly with a motion like this coming from one of the youngest parliamentarians at the federal level. Is there anybody that is opposed to this motion? Okay, so we go to prayers. Prayer 1, urge the federal government to engage with telecommunications providers to review the recent increase in data costs and ensure that pricing remains fair and affordable to all Nigerians. Those in support of amendment?
Yes.
Yes, Senator Isunaso.
Prayer 1, my amendment is that it shouldn't be the federal government. Federal government is too large. It should be the Federal Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy that should engage telecommunication.
Distinguished colleagues, prayer 1 has been amended to read, that urge the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Technology to engage with telecommunications providers to review the recent increase in data costs and ensure that pricing remains fair and affordable to all Nigerians. Those in favor of prayer 1 as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2, call on the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy to develop a policy framework for affordable internet services in Nigeria. Those in favor of prayer 2 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3, encourage the federal government to establish and support tech hubs across the country, providing free or subsidized internet access to young entrepreneurs, students, and innovators. Those in support of prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. And prayer 4, mandate the Committee on Communications to conduct an investigation into the factors driving the high cost of data and try to provide solutions for a sustainable and business-friendly telecommunications sector. Those in support of prayer 4 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 5, call for immediate government action to address the challenges of doing business in Nigeria, particularly in the ICT and telecommunications sector, to prevent further cost increases that may negatively impact on the economic growth of the nation. Those in support of prayer 5 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Let me thank the distinguished Senator Ekpenyong for raising this particular motion to address the plight of internet users, data users across Nigeria. It will not only affect the young people, it will also affect the elderly, and that it will also help to ensure that people are not thrown out of business, because those who are not employed now are self-employed, and they utilize data on a daily basis. So this motion, when implemented, will assist particularly our young entrepreneurs, not only to remain in business, but to ensure that they have affordable pricing that will also generate revenue and profits for them. So I thank you for bringing this motion. I thank my colleagues for their contributions and for the amendments done to the prayers. I thank you. So congratulations for this. Leader of the Senate. Governors by 6:30 today, the distinguished Senator Sadiq Umar, you are being co-opted. Distinguished Senator Osita Izunaso, distinguished Senator Taitu Zam, distinguished Senator Shuaib Afolabi, Salisu, distinguished Senator Wasiu Sani Eshilogun, distinguished Senator Jimo Ibrahim, CFR, distinguished Senator Joel Onawakwo, distinguished Senator Ide Dafinone, distinguished Senator Sukwa Ekpenyong, distinguished Senator Simon Lalong, distinguished Senator Dike Plan, distinguished Senator Annie Anthony, distinguished Senator Joanna Emos, distinguished Senator Ekong Samson, distinguished Senator Akobondu, distinguished Senator Binus Yaro, distinguished Senator Kelvin Chuku, distinguished Senator Victor Ome, distinguished Senator Ikra Aliu Ibli, Bilbis, distinguished Senator Malam Maidori, and any other person that wishes to accompany us can indicate. Leader of the Senate. And time is 6:30. I mean the iftar with the governors, the party, and leadership of the National Assembly, leadership of the House of Representatives, and interested stakeholders from the National Assembly.